Abigail's amazing. She's 9 years old. She is fun and energetic, and she knows a lot about animals. How fast does a cheetah run?
70 miles per hour.
70 miles per hour is darn fast. Abigail was diagnosed with autism when she was 2. She very clearly had challenges from birth, but we didn't know what they were. We didn't know what labels to use. We didn't know who to turn to for help because we didn't even know how to describe it. Students deserve the opportunity to learn. Students deserve the opportunity to receive the treatment that they need and the academic instruction that they need in an environment where they're embraced and safe. The hardest times, there's so many. I look at where we are now and I count my blessings every day. She's doing great in many ways. She still has a lot of challenges, but I look back to where we were and I can't believe we got through it. It was that bad for years. Bruises all over her body, sometimes mine, bite marks. Didn't leave the house for days in a row, didn't sleep more than a couple hours a night, screaming all day long. For years, it was just existing. When my daughter was younger, she had no communication skills at all. And at the time I'm remembering, she hated to leave the house. Hated to leave the house and screamed and yelled and hit almost nonstop most of the day. And there was a time when we were gonna work on leaving the house and we were gonna just take a walk around the cul-de-sac. And I was doing everything the way I had been taught and trained by very expert and skilled providers. And we walked around the block. And she screamed and she yelled and she hit. I blocked the best I could, but it was hard. And we got home and I took her shoes off. And it turned out she had a blister. And it was bleeding. There's my beautiful little girl, and her mom just made her suffer pain because she couldn't, because she couldn't even point to her eel or say the word owie. Just like every other, she has 1,000 opinions. And she couldn't express them. How frustrating that must be. And then when you think about, basic physical human needs that she, to the best of my ability, with the best that I could do, I'm sure still were not being met sometimes. So.
Bats are pretty beautiful. And the bats have better stripes and some better spots.
Now our baseline is happy. And we might leave our baseline and have an upset or have a super excited moment, but our baseline is just a reasonable contentedness about life.
Got one.
Yeah.
2.
Yes, you did.
There's a reasonable expectation that she'll be safe, that she'll be reasonably happy, that she'll be productive and feel fulfilled. We've got a lot more work ahead, and she will always have autism. But chances are she's gonna be okay. And I'm working with the Joshua School so that other students, other children get the opportunity to access the services, both academic and therapeutic, that can be life-changing.
Abigail, do you love your mommy?
Yeah.
Is she good to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much do you love your mom?
All the way to the top of the world and back.
Oh.
Down to the ocean.
It fits perfect!
It does. We have the same size head.
Maybe I'll be a musician when I grow up.
She's very emotional and passionate about everything she does.
Because when I grow up, I'm gonna go to college.
We've always described her as high functioning.
When we grow up, I can get married.
Communication, there's a communication breakdown and it's hard.
A lot of dreams I can imagine if I can vote.
I just saw you speaking to her on the floor. That's extraordinarily rare. That's probably the highlight of my day, is watching her just now on the floor. Yeah, because she was able to communicate with you fairly effectively.
Absolutely.
And that's rare.
What's your brother's name again?
Jake.
And how old is he?
8.
Do you like him?
I think so.
This much?
No, about this much.
Oh, that's much better.
I believe the most important thing that we can do in this lifetime is to help other people. It kind of means the world to me that we're bringing a campus to our local community that directly benefits local kids with special needs. These are people who are, often not able to speak for themselves and defend themselves and try to help themselves. So they're really looking, or they need others like us to stand up for them and fight for them. They're young kids, often in families that don't have a lot of resources, and they're going to schools that don't have a lot of resources. And these are kids that could benefit greatly from a school that can give them the attention and the time and the resources and the expertise that they need. Most kids with a special need like autism can learn, and they can improve, and all of their symptoms that make them seem different or feel different, those can improve. Hi, come over here. One of my wife and I's greatest hope is that she'll open up and be able to, look at you in the eyes and speak from the heart and speak her own words.
Savannah, can I have a hug? I'm so glad I met you.
Now we got our stories, but please tell me what there's to complain about.